advocates in Congress for additional aid to Ukraine. You just went there.
Yes.
J.D. Vance, now the vice presidential candidate, is one of the most vocal opponents. Are you worried that he is going to be the last person in President Trump's ear if he wins?
No, and vice presidents don't have significant impact on foreign policy. But the other aspect is that he certainly won't impact or change Donald Trump's foreign policy. Donald Trump was the first to provide lethal weapons to Ukraine, reversing the policy of the prior Obama administration that would not provide them lethal aid. Those were actually the weapons that were used when Russia first began to attack Kyiv. He's just yesterday, I think it was, had a phone call with Zelensky, and it was reported by both sides that it was very positive. In his heart, Donald Trump is a negotiator, and he sees this as an opportunity to end this war. And this war does need ended. We can't continue.
On Ukraine's terms and not Russia's?
I believe absolutely that Ukraine needs to be the determiner of their future and their boundaries in negotiations. But at the same time, they can't be in the situation they're in with the Biden administration placing unbelievable restrictions on their use of weapons, their ability to fight Russia, take the fight to Russia. This is a stasis. This is going to be an ongoing, forever border war under the Biden administration's current restrictions on Ukraine. I think that Donald Trump will walk in and let everybody know that Ukraine's going to get everything it needs. They're going to get the authorities they need. And Russia's going to have, at that point, a motivation to come to the table.
Russia, their foreign minister, praised the selection of J.D. Vance. And you know that senior intelligence officials have briefed that Moscow's preferred candidate remains Donald Trump. Does any of that concern you?
Well, again, I think everybody around the world wants a strong leader for the United States. And what we currently have is a leader that is incapable of really making decisions. We need a leader who's going to step up, represent the United States. And as Donald Trump has said, end these conflicts. It's going to take a leader. It's going to take a strong leader. And Donald Trump certainly has shown that.
Well, he said just the other day to Bloomberg, I think Taiwan should pay us for defense. You know, we're no different than an insurance company. Taiwan doesn't give us anything. That doesn't sound like stalwart dedication to defending America's allies.
Well, I think what's important there, again,
well,
no, I think what's important here, again, back to the negotiations and Donald Trump's focus on a negotiator. One thing that's clear, we cannot have the United States just be a guarantor of territorial integrity of countries around the world. We need military alliances. That means they need to be strong and they need to participate. That's certainly what his criticism of NATO has been. We're not a guarantor. We want a strong NATO. We want a strong United States. All of those positions are consistent really with the last 4 and 5 administrations who have looked at our allies and said, you're not doing enough. And I think he'll continue to say that.
On Taiwan, strategic ambiguity shouldn't be the position anymore?
Strategic ambiguity doesn't have anything to do with whether or not Taiwan is strong militarily. They're making their decisions that they're making as to the strength of their military should be in line with how they're going to fight and defend their country, not just that the United States is going to come in and back them up.
Chair Turner, always good to have you here.
Thank you.
In person.